Okay, good morning. Today
Good morning.
is, what is it? It's Sunday, November 16th. And today we have uh, another episode of Same, Same, but Different, season two. I'm
Yeah, this is
excited.
our second cousin pairing, and this one's gonna be fun. These people
Yeah,
are
yeah,
a little bit out there, a little bit wild, a little bit off the cuff, so
yeah,
this should be interesting.
yeah, yeah. And before we get there, how's the rain down there?
I love it. And
Oh, I love it.
I just like I love the weather in San Diego. I love being warm year round and everything, but then every time it really rains, it just feels like some weather's happening and some different like experiences happening outside. And so we loved it. We had friends over last night. We were playing board games with like the doors and windows open, listening to the rain and like,
It was so good. Yeah, we had so much rain. LaDonna and I stayed in
yeah.
all day. Bottle of
Hmm.
wine, a couple of movies. We've never done that.
I know.
It was just great. We had a great time.
It
Um,
allows you to just go inward a little bit. Like it gives you an excuse to be like not out in the world feeling like you got to do stuff. And I think that's why people like seasons.
yeah, and also Californians are the only ones that when it rains, it's like major news on all the news stations. It's like
I know.
we got an inch and a half up here, and it was like the conversation, of the day and the time and the week. But everywhere else, all the family listening around the country, they're getting several inches a day sometimes, and it's not making news. Anyway, interesting,
I know. I know.
kind of funny. And
It
Thanksgiving's
is.
coming up. We got plans?
Hmm. Yeah, this year we're going to go out to Arizona to be with David's side of the family, which we've only done like I think once before.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. Sad to miss everyone, and I
Yeah.
feel like our family usually does Thanksgiving on an off day, so we can go to
Yeah.
both and make it
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
year it's a little different, so I'm bummed. But I'm gonna make it back in time to see Bridget and Blue. I think the day before they leave, so at least I'll
Oh,
get to
good. That's good.
visit with them a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
What about you?
Yeah.
Are you guys hosting, or is
No, we're
mom
not going to
hosting?
host because I have a new job. Uh, I was getting a little bored, so I'm lucky enough to have landed a job at the golf course right behind my house. So
Love
I
it.
work about 3 days a week. I get free golf, but I wasn't not in a position to ask for like Thanksgiving off. Can I have? I just started, so if
Yeah.
it happens, it happens. So I also might have to just zoom down there after we close early on Thanksgiving, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's really cool to be working again. I'm not as bored, and I have a little extra money.
Just use your brain in a different way and just
Yeah. Oh,
talk to
learning new
people and just
stuff. Oh
get
yeah.
out there. Yeah.
Cash
I
register
love that.
again. Cash register again. That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's so cute.
All that stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. And free golf. I mean, that's amazing.
That's a lot of money per month potentially. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm
Especially for a
excited.
retired guy like you.
I'm excited about it.
Should we do this thing?
Let's do this. So we're gonna
Okay.
let in Bridget Whitney and Mason Whitney. Here they come. Dr. Whitney entered the waiting room.
They're coming from like a different portal,
Yeah,
different years.
they're portaling in here. Where are they? Oh, I already hit record, right? Yeah. Where'd they go?
Do you guys want to reveal yourselves
There we
or
go. Hey, Mace.
Hey, fucking little bitch.
Where's Bridget? I hear Bridget. There she is. Hi, guys.
hi?
Look at these
Wow, you
two
guys
Is it my
like
cousins.
Wi-Fi?
Bridget, your Wi-Fi at your house is not okay.
Oh my
Might
God.
fuck this
Wait,
whole
Hold
thing up,
on.
Butch.
Yeah, you're all
Fucking
blotchy.
9/11. Hold on.
It's all right. You're pixelated.
but you look great.
No, no, no.
It says your network bandwidth is low.
We're poor.
Did you pay the bills?
Hopefully it's better. Hold on.
Mason, where did you just come back from something? I can't keep up with all the texts. Were you like at a golf thing or a trip or
No,
something?
I was out at so we went to Eugene. The Minnesota Gophers were playing the Oregon Ducks, and
It's a lot
that
of
doesn't
animals.
happen very often. And yeah, I know a lot of animals, and so we went over there and just got after it. It was a lot of fun. Felt like I was in college again, but now
And that
I'm
was last night? Yesterday?
no. 2 days ago. So Friday was the
2 days ago.
game. I
Got it.
drove back from Eugene yesterday.
Oh my
Still a little
gosh.
puffy in the face.
Who won?
The Gophers got murdered. It was they were saying that they were going to win. Like the betting line was 25 and a half points. So we were expected to do pretty bad, but we did worse than that. And so it's just like everybody there was like, normally there's like hostility if like your team is actually beating the other team and you're dressed. I wore a Minnesota Gophers and like everybody's coming by like, they're there. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for coming though. This is
Uh,
great.
That's so sad.
I know.
oh
I
well,
know.
I'm sure you had fun.
Yeah, the Ducks are
Oh,
really good though. The Gophers have always sucked.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, let's introduce yourselves and then describe your position, your relationship in this whole big family we have, and then who are your parents? Who are your freaking parents? That's what I want to know also. So, want to start? Want to
Bridget,
start?
are you in good bandwidth now?
Are you okay?
You're looking better.
Hope, can you hear me?
Yeah. Let's
You got
see.
to
Can you
go
hear
down the
me?
street to the coffee shop or something, Bridget.
Something terribly wrong. But now I'm in Boo's office. I feel like it's better in here. He only cares about himself.
That's funny.
Just
You
kidding.
were paused like this.
Your
Yeah.
pause like rolling your eyes for that entire sentence.
Just now?
There it is. She's paused going,
You keep pausing.
No.
Can you
I
Are
turn
know.
you
your
What's
kidding
going
Wi-Fi?
on?
Turn your Wi-Fi off on your phone at least. Do something.
or can you do a hotspot on your phone?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna run out of time to do this thing if we can't figure this out. This is a problem.
And she's totally frozen like this. There she goes. She's
Well,
gone.
Mason, how about this? Start with
Okay.
your little life story. Who the hell are you, Mason Whitney?
Yeah.
Dr. Whitney.
Uh, I am Mason Whitney, son of Barbara and Courtney Whitney. Uh, family, how do I fit in with the family? Maybe a little bit of a
Not easily.
goofball, family goofball, a little bit. I don't know. I'm the bridge in between the generations, the older generation, and then it's me and Bridget and Shelby and Reed and Donovan. Kind
You were
of
the
kind of in the middle
first.
ground. I
So
wasn't
you're
them, I wasn't the other one.
yeah,
Mhm.
you guys aren't the first wave. Wait a minute. When your year of birth, Mason?
93.
And Bridget 98. Okay. Interesting.
Can
Okay.
you guys hear me?
So he just told us who his parents were, where he's from, how he fits in this whole family. Tell us about yourself, Bridget.
It's interesting, Mason, because I always felt like you were more on the. Can you guys fucking hear me?
Yeah.
Your video's glitching so much.
Your
Oh,
bandwidth is still low, but you look great.
oh, great.
I know. You do
But you
this
can
all the
hear
time.
me?
You do this all the time with work. What's happening?
I don't know.
Are you
I'm
on your
gonna bomb
phone?
this
Are you on your
place.
phone? Don't bomb anywhere, Bridget.
Oh,
Are you on your phone or the computer?
did I ever tell you about that one time I was on a plane and I texted, I'm gonna bomb this plane?
That's so
And then I got
bad.
really scared. Oh,
Yeah, you should have.
Wait, Bougie,
okay,
can you join
let
on
me
your
in.
phone and it would be better?
Yeah.
Let her in on what? She's doing what now? Phone?
She's gonna join on her phone and maybe her data will be better than her Wi-Fi.
It
This
it
is
has to be.
classic 2020 zooming.
Yeah.
Bridget!
Huh?
There's Bridget. Oh, that's a lot more
Please,
clear.
Lord.
Oh,
Oh,
there
that's a
you are.
lot better, honey. Okay.
Thank God.
So Bridget,
Okay.
who are you? Go ahead and start over. Tell us all about it.
Hi, I'm Bridget. Um, my father is Brandon Whitney, and yeah, that's about it.
You have no mother. You have no mother.
I have no mother.
Yes, you do.
My mother is Jill Whitney. I'm 27 years old, April 11th, 1998.
Okay.
And where do you fit in the family? Mason was kind of saying he feels like the goofball, the bridge between the older and younger generations. How do you feel you fit in?
Oh, interesting. Okay. I when we were talking about placement, like where I'm definitely on the lower on the younger cousin. So me, Shelby, Reed, Donovan was kind of our crew. Mason, it's interesting because I always felt like you were kind of a part of the older crew more. Same with Riley. But
Yeah, I think Riley for sure. I think I was probably too, but I was also kind of just like a little bit in no man's land.
Yeah,
you felt
I feel
that?
I feel a little bit like that. I think Mason and I were kind of the bridgers, and then Cole is
Mm.
really the kind of like line of the older. I don't know, but
Yeah,
maybe that's
Yeah.
makes
just
sense.
Cole was
perception.
Well,
older.
I feel like you were in there too.
All right. Yes, I'll take it. I'll
I
take it.
know.
You don't want
Yeah.
to be with us, Riley? That's so
I
rude.
want
All right,
And
guys.
how do you fit it? Wait, I want to hear Bridget. Like, how do you fit in? Who are you? How did the family see you?
I think some I think similar to Mason, we're just kind of wild, flying by the seat of our own pants and inappropriate, and we probably both got in trouble a lot for our behavior. And I think that boldness still is continued throughout my adulthood.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
has for sure. We've seen that. We've seen
And
that.
I just want to say, hi
Real,
LD,
real quick, hi.
guest star. I just want to point out that you two were matched intentionally together for this episode. So Megan and I, like maybe like 1 or 2 years ago, we went through all the cousins and we were thinking about who should like be together on episodes. And when you guys came up on the same, we were like, yes, like that is a match. There's something about you guys that just kind of, I don't
Let's go,
know,
bitch.
We're
some
twins.
similarities. Yeah.
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 Woo!
I love it. Riley and I FaceTimed Mason when we were tipsy in the pool.
Yeah,
Oh,
where were you guys? That was great. That made my day.
in Mexico for Megan's 40th. And we were like, let's call Mason. Let's make him promise he's always going to care about the family and drive tradition forward.
Oh, God.
And then there was an
That's right.
earthquake.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
that's
there was a
fun.
huge earthquake. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fun.
We are going to ask you guys our next question. We're trying to ask everyone this because I feel like the family's so freaking big. People don't talk all the time. We don't have insight into like what your day to day actually looks like necessarily. So, if you guys just want to like give us a typical day in the life, you can get as detailed as you want, but just paint the picture of what your life typically looks like.
Okay,
You want me to
I'll
go
go.
first or budget?
I'll go. Okay, well, every day is definitely different, but for the most part, I wake up probably about 8:30 every morning. I wake up, I take a shower, I take 2 showers a day because I think I have a problem with being dirty. So I take 2 showers a day, but I don't wash my hair both times. I wash my body. Then I
This
get
is
ready for
detailed.
Yeah, yeah, carry on.
Keep going.
I use a bar of soap. Okay, then I usually have I work all day. I work from 9 to like maybe 6, but I also have a lot of free time throughout my days, so it's not like I'm like pressed to the computer all day, so I can kind of run errands, take calls on the go. I have an Airbnb design company with Blue, and so he works from home also, but he has a separate pod that I'm in right now. So it's nice because we have a little bit of separation. And then we usually make dinner together, watch a show, play pool. We moved to a new house that has a pool table and a shuffleboard. It's been very fun because we can actually play and do fun things. So that's a normal day of my Monday through Friday.
I love that. That's so cute. You guys play pool together. I love that.
So fun. I feel like it saved our relationship to have games.
Nice. Nice.
Mason?
Um, well, now I'm with baby, and that's changed things quite a bit. So we wake up kind of based off whenever Miller wakes up. A lot of the time though lately it's been Annie that's been getting up early, and then I get up at like 7 and then start getting ready. And we try to make a little bit of breakfast, feed Miller breakfast. Um, I shower every morning and sometimes at night. Particularly because I feel like I have a really dirty BH and I just like need to keep it clean.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
Um, but yeah, and then I'm typically the one that takes him into daycare. So we have daycare Monday through Thursday. We've got a really, really nice lady named Alicia that does it, and she does it on the cheap, which is nice. Daycare can get so expensive. Um, it can, and then so I drive her or I drive him there, drop him off, and then I've got an office downtown. So then I drive to that, park in a parking garage. It's right above a coffee shop. And then I'm typically getting in there like 8:15, 8:20, and then I'm working until 4-ish. Um, but during the summer, Cole and I cut out every Wednesday play golf at like 2 p.m. So we like go play
Oh,
golf and it's great. Now we're in the winter months, we don't do that, and it's really depressing me. Um, but after work, then I come back to the house and try to get some form of exercise in if I can. And then we usually make dinner. And then it's pretty regimented, like dinner, hang out, try to get Miller, to get his wiggles out. And then like 6:30, 7 o'clock, somewhere in there, we move him over for bath time. And then we put him down. And then Annie and I just kind of hang out and throw something on the TV. But if we're really tired, we're in bed by like 8:30 or 9
Mhm.
most nights. For
Wow.
yeah.
You can get pretty torched having a kid waking up in the middle of the night. And Annie, I cannot believe what women go through in the first like 6 months of having a baby. I thought she was going to lose her mind. I thought legitimately, I was like, you're not having any sleep and you're up all the time and your boobs are hurting you all the time. Like it is nuts. She came out on the other end great though, but now I kind of understand why moms are sometimes got a little screw loose later on in life.
Hmm. Hmm.
And what about dad?
And
Screw
what?
What about dad? It's great. I'm having so much fun. I get to hang out with the kids, and you know, I if my breasts produced milk, then I think it would have been a lot more work. But luckily, I can't do that. And you can really back up, be like, well, I mean, you're the one with the boobs. You might want to get in there. And he only wants you, so I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So,
Um,
okay, tell us about your childhood, both of you. Like, and then Mason, you have kids, so your childhood, and then just kind of describe it and how that impacts you as a parent. And then also, Bridget, your childhood and how that might impact you as a parent, perhaps, if you
Okay.
go that route.
You want me to go first? Okay. Great childhood. Just great. No complaints on my end. Really good time. Grew up in a small town, had a lot of fun. Still best buddies with all of my buddies from there. Uh, didn't grow up in a tough financial situation thanks to the doc, which is nice. I hope that I can provide that to Miller. Um, I really kind of hope that he has a similar like I feel like I had continual happiness. I feel like I've just been getting happier and happier as I've been growing older, which I really hope for him. I feel like that's been a pretty bitchin' way to go about living your life is just kind of like on a steady incline, ready for the dip. At some point in time, shit might hit the fan and then there's the dip and it's going to be terrible. But it's been kind of going up. But great childhood. I really, really hope that I can give him a good childhood, and I just hope that he's happy more than anything.
mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like that's an all-encompassing word for what I want for him is happy, because then it
I
can be
love
any.
that.
Yeah,
I feel like Annie does such a good job. She uploads so many photos to that shared photo album, so I get to see a little bit of your guys' life and Miller and him growing up. And one
hmm
thing that I love that you guys have with his childhood is you guys have that friend group in Bend with like
easy.
4,000 children, and it's like that is the key because we all grew up with cousins and we all had each other for the most part, and that was so special. But you at least have Ren as a cousin, but then you have this like bigger friend group. And I just love that Miller has like a million other kids around all the time.
totally. And weirdly enough, we're not related by blood, but it's like kind of through like the marriage thing. It's like I guess we're all somehow connected with regards to a family tree because Cole and Lisa got married, and then there's Emily and Jordy, that
Hmm.
are Lisa's cousins.
Hmm.
So, like, there's maybe like a little bit of a family vibe with all that. But yeah, it's been nuts. People have been popping babies out like
Oh yeah.
crazy. Yeah, everybody's pregnant right now. Annie and I are just getting done with, I mean, I feel like we want to have more kids because it's a lot of fun. But I feel like we're gonna need some more time. Like in my mind, I'm like maybe like like once he turns like 2 or 3, then you go for it again. But
Hmm.
I don't know.
Dad,
Uh,
A
what were you
lot.
saying about age gaps the other day?
Age gap. Well, I was saying that talked to a lot of people about age gaps, and then we wanted you and Shelby out of diapers at the same time, so we chose to make you guys close. And then it was just a lot of challenges that came with that. And I'm hearing more and more that a good fight like Shane and Riley, like a good 5 or 6 year gap is more ideal for different reasons. But there's always exceptions. People have been having babies for what, thousands of years. I mean, people have babies close together all the time. So it all works. It's just that talking to people, it seems like I hear a lot of people say that gap is nice, that 6 year gap or something like that.
I
I
think
feel
the
like it'd
gap
be
is
nice
nice.
financially.
Yeah,
Yeah,
financial.
financially, but also I think the gap is nice for the parents to catch their breath. But I do wish Shane and I were a little closer in age because we
Mm,
both almost had like
yeah,
separate childhoods in a way. Whereas like Mason and Bridget, you guys had like your siblings growing
Mm,
up with you
yeah,
at the same
yeah, yeah,
stage
yeah.
of life. So sometimes I see the pros and cons, but I think any way you do it, like
Right.
there's going to be
It's all
pros and
good. It's
cons.
all good.
Yeah.
It's
I
just,
feel there's like that little battle of like selfishness where it's like I want it to be like easier for us, but then like there's so many things that to be like, well, it'd be nice if they were this. Like if I was putting myself in his shoes, like I'd want a sibling sooner rather than later, and I'd want multiple. And then it's
yeah,
like selfishly, I'm like, man, two is going to be a lot. And then it's
yeah.
like, I maybe could do three. But I feel like there's like that selfishness now, which maybe that's ingrained inside of me because I've had such a good time in life where I'm not ready to let it all go yet. And now it's like, I'm selfishly like maybe want like that bigger gap. But I guess long story short, I want the bigger gap. I feel like if I were him, I'd want a kid
Hmm.
ASAP.
Hmm.
Bridget, I think you want to have kids. Is that fair to say?
yeah, but also I think as women, we're so ingrained to think that we're gonna have kids. So like I've never thought I didn't want to have kids, but sometimes as I age and approach that, like that sounds terrifying. I would never want. Right now, I'd murder myself. So like that does not seem right now at all. But I'm 27, so I feel like in my 30s I'll maybe feel ready. But I feel like I'm in the era like Blue and I are dinks, dual income, no kids, and we're living good. Like we can do whatever we want. We have so much freedom and time, and we're really enjoying that. And we're finally comfortable. Like we're out of like the post grad, what the fuck is going on? So I don't want to rush it, but I also don't want to. I don't want to wait too long, but I don't know. I feel like Riley, you might feel similar, where it's like, what the fuck? I guess. I
Do
don't
you think
know.
do you think that you'll have, if you had a couple of kids, you think you'd want them close or separate or further apart? And also, how does your childhood impact how you approach that?
I like the idea of having a large family because probably because you, grandma, with all of you guys had so, like, that's so fun. There were so many cousins and so many kids. So growing up with all the cousins, that was amazing. And when I see Blue's family, he doesn't have that. And I'm like, I want to continue that tradition on, which is why Riley and I assaulted Mason on the call in the pool because we're like, we can't lose that feeling. And so part of me wants to do it to have that community for my child or children. I like the idea of having three, but also I don't even know what it's like to have one. I have two cats and I'm already worried about them. So I don't know. But when I look back on like childhood with the whole family, it was just always so fun. Like summers were the best times ever. Minnesota was so fun. So I just regardless want to be able to have a community like that. So that feels very important for me.
Do you have favorite childhood memories, both of you? Bridget, do you have from with cousin time?
Probably Elisa's house in the pool
Yeah, same
with
here.
music on the iMac.
Yeah. Oh my God, the iMac with when the computer was in that room,
Corner.
pre remodel, I have the best. Like, I just remember flying in, and it was like the peak of existence as a kid. You were like, we're gonna go see all of our cool cousins. This is gonna be a
Oh,
blast. We're going to California. We're gonna eat all this food. Like, it was like that was the best, without a
totally.
doubt. For sure, California trips were like the peak.
Was her
Mm.
room purple?
Whose room?
Was the sun?
Yeah.
It was
The living room like that goes out to the
with the
pool had
computer.
one purple wall and then the rest were like light green. It was like a deep plum
Oh, I
purple.
don't
Yeah.
remember that.
I can
Wow.
smell it.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
can, yeah. That house had a smell that I loved. I remember telling Elisa that, and she's like, "Oh, okay,
She honestly probably loved
thanks."
that because she's so big into smells. It's probably the biggest compliment you could ever give my mom, actually.
Shout out,
It
Elisa.
was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's so clean.
Yeah,
That's
I just
cute that
remember
both of
that.
you guys like that, those memories, like at my mom's house. That's really cute.
Yeah, I wonder if it was even more fun because we were like in the younger because there were so many kids that were older than us. I feel like I looked up to everybody, and it was like,
Hmm.
what are you guys gonna do? And can
Yeah.
I come along? Can I be a part of this?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
true.
totally. Yeah.
Oh, you
What if,
found your way in, Mason. Yeah, you found your way in. Yeah.
Yeah,
and like now that we're all older, it's
amazing.
obviously so different, but when you're kids, like a few years makes the biggest gap and the biggest difference. So, but you know what? Since we were on the younger side, like we were just splashing in the pool on the balance beam, going down the slide, like the older kids couldn't enjoy that as much because they were older, you know?
They're
So
too cool.
pros and cons. What about for both of you guys, like kind of thinking about childhood, but then thinking about grandma specifically? She's obviously going to watch these episodes. Like, what do you think grandma taught you, or how did she impact you growing up? You can just freestyle a little bit about grandma.
For me, I feel like grandma is the reason why we're all so open, and I'm sure everyone agrees with that. I just don't know anyone else that has a grandma that has built such a cool family unit and also just like anything goes. And so I feel like that translates to my life, even if it sometimes can be actually problematic with how open and how much we have very interesting discussions. And I remember when I was in eighth grade, she asked me if I shaved my pubes, and I'm like, what?
Classic.
And so like,
You would.
yeah, I'm like,
Oh man.
what? Maybe I was younger. Maybe it was in fifth grade. Regardless if that's good or not, it just made me very open and comfortable in every way of life.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. She was very open about everything. I feel like her as like
Mm.
a matriarch of the whole family, keeping everybody together. Um, and she's just fun to talk to. She has a certain like comfort about her, like when you're around her, that I really, really love. You know, I I miss the days when she used to cook. I mean, food was always such a big thing for me, still is. But I remember I used to love her biscuits. I used to love everything
I don't
that
remember
she
that,
would
Mason.
make. What's that?
I don't have any memory of grandma cooking.
Yeah,
Hmm.
she used to make biscuits. I remember one time we were over at your guys' house and she made enchiladas that were like really good, but they were spicier than shit and like nobody could eat them. She like put something in there that was like crazy spicy. But yeah, she used to cook and she was a good cook. She made good stuff. But I think it also is just a little bit like you're getting food from your grandma and stuff. So I think that there's always that little connection and like comfort and everything. But yeah, to me, she's a very, very important part of this family. I love her approach to death. That's like the scariest thing. And I like to talk about death too. And she's always been very open about that. And I think everybody kind of has death in the back of their mind. Like, this is all going to come to an end at some point. Like, oh, fuck, like, we're not here forever. Like, what happens then? And to have somebody in your family that's like just not scared of it at all. Like, let's do it tomorrow. Yeah.
Kill me
She,
now.
she's ready to go, and I really, really envy that view on the finality of it all, and I can appreciate it. And I feel like she's made me a little bit less scared of death, which I It's not good to live life being afraid of dying all the time. Being open to it is a lot better. Wish I could be more like her in that way.
Oh, I love that. She'll love to hear that.
How would you guys describe yourself? Like 3 words, how would you describe yourselves?
Happy.
Yeah.
Free spirited.
Spirited?
Free spirited.
Oh, free spirited, yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
Silly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
So similar.
I
Yeah,
know.
they are.
We're perfect, Mason.
I know.
We have
This is
no
why they
flaws.
matched us. This is why they matched us for this
Right.
interview. I'm trying to think of a third word. I don't know. I feel weird describing myself in any way. I've always never really thought about it all that much.
Humble,
Sure.
Humble.
bashful.
Yeah. Yeah. Humble. Yeah, there we go. That's a good one. Annie says no.
Annie's like, no way.
Annie
Yeah.
coming here with Miller
Oh,
Lite.
yeah.
Oh yeah, let's
Oh.
see Annie and Miller. Mr. Miller. Does anybody else call him Mr.
Uh,
Miller?
Oh, yeah. We call him Mr. Miller all the
Okay,
time.
good.
What's like
Mr.
his
Miller,
number
Mr. Miller.
one nickname?
The Milski.
The
Is a
Milski.
big one.
The
Ready to say
Milski.
hi.
Hi, Milski. Hi, Annie.
Hi, Milski. Hi, Annie. Oh, hi,
He's
buddy.
just been playing really independently in his little play corner, and
He's a little
it's
sick.
fun. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
He
adorable.
looks so much like both of you. It's crazy. He's
Yeah.
yeah.
such a happy guy.
He's so
But
happy.
today he's kind of sick. He has a lot of boogers going on, and Mason goes, with him being sick and his rosy cheeks and just being, sick, he really looks like you. I'm like, what? What is that supposed to
Just
be?
the rosy cheeks and his eyes, if you were looking like
Yeah, tired. Yeah.
Bags under his eyes.
it looks her baby photos, like I don't know what it was, but the rosy cheeks and how his eyes looked a little different this morning. It was like, damn, that looks exactly like Annie as a baby.
Oh.
That is so funny. She's like, thanks, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perpetually sick Annie.
Um, okay, guys. This did you do your third words or no? Did you guys
Oh shit.
Mason's was humble and that was rejected.
Yeah, it's just not true.
It's just true.
You could say
Yeah,
golfer.
chatty. There
Chatty.
you go. Chatty.
yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Gregarious.
Thanks for
Yeah, I
meeting.
love meeting new people. That's my friggin' favorite. I was doing a lot of that on Friday.
Cute.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like my third word is loyal. I feel
Oh.
very loyal.
Very
Love
good.
that.
Good one.
Thanks.
Okay, now when you guys think about uh what occupies the most of your mind space, so like day to day, like what's kind of like on your mind? What are you mulling through? What are you thinking about? What are you working out? Or what are you just thinking of on a day to day the most?
For me, work is a huge thing, like having our own company. I feel like it isn't log on, log off type thing. That's probably it. I also started therapy almost a year and a half ago, and it changed my life. I'd recommend it to everyone. And so I think about that a lot, like discoveries and things about myself. And I don't know, I think deeper about myself in that way. So probably those two things.
Love that.
What would be a third?
Uh,
What would be a third element?
Thinking about things to do, trip to serve.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grocery lists.
I do grocery delivery and it's changed my life.
You Instacarting?
It's just from HEB delivery. They have, I don't know, whatever, but it's so nice.
Yeah, Annie started to do that a little bit. It seems
I
like
fucking hate going to the store. There's 90 types of black beans. I don't give a fuck. Just bring it over.
Organic. Organic.
I think since having Miller, I think about Miller a lot. I think about the future, whatever it might hold, and maybe even have a little anxiety about it, which kind of, I wish I could be a little bit more in the moment. And then I do think a lot about golf, which is, depending on the time of the year. summertime, I'm thinking about that and like what I'm gonna go do. Because I mean, for the most part, that's kind of like my social thing. Like Cole and I go play golf. We've got a big group of friends that like you're essentially just going out and hanging out for 4+ hours, and maybe drinking some beer and just having an overall great time. And
Hmm.
so I think about that a lot during the summer months and like kind of feeling sure that we've got something dialed in actually to look forward to. Um,
Hmm.
but other than that, it's Miller and the future.
Mm. Hmm. And you have anxiety about something specific in the future? Is it just generally like, oh, what will happen? How is this going to play out?
Yeah, well, I think my anxiety generally just kind of runs from the fact that, things are going well, right? And I'm really happy and everything's good. And it's like Miller's happy, healthy, good. Annie's happy, healthy, good. My parents are both happy, healthy, good. And we work. I'm not working to the point where it's ruining my life. I have, you know, room for fun and activities. And it's just kind of like, when is all this going to stop? Like how, like, I don't know that I have like a tremendous amount of control over, some of my future. Like we do a great job with like Whitney sleep, right? Now I've kind of got like this little anxiety, which I think it's going to happen at some point in time, where a lot of what we do is CPAP. I know that there's a lot of money going investing into trying to figure out an alternative to CPAP, which whether or not we'd be able to transition into that market and be able to make our own business model work, I'm not sure. We know what we do right now really, really well, and we do it well, and that's why we're around. But it's like, once that goes, then it's like, that transition period might kind of suck. You know,
Hmm.
I might like I just imagine going to try to find a job and being like, yeah, I just worked for a family business for the past X amount of years. Like,
Mm.
you sure you want to hire me? like, like, so
Yeah.
that's probably where it all
So
kind of
you're
lands.
always waiting for the ball to drop.
Just waiting for the ball to drop. It hasn't yet, but it's just shit's gonna hit the fan at some point in time.
I get that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you guys have any concerns like that? Like, does that occupy any of your mind space? Like,
I think we're all very anxious.
I'm a highly anxious person. I'm working on that still. Yeah. Yeah. Well, how does that impact you guys in the world? The world we're living in today is there's a lot of drama. So we don't have to
yeah.
get into details about the drama, but if you want to, you can. But so how are you coping in this whole world with all the stuff going on in our country and around the world and social media? And how do you deal with all that stress and how you guys cope with all that? How do you make it work?
I feel like for me, I I had similar thoughts, Mason, and it was more so like for post grad for years, it was like trying to figure out what my niche is, how I can build this. Like, I don't want to work a traditional job. What do I do? So there was a lot of anxiety about what I need to do. And now I feel like I'm there. And so I have that fear of if the ball drops, but at the same time, I feel like I know in my soul that I can handle whatever comes my way and I'll figure it out. And so I don't know if that comes from like the struggle and then making it, but I don't know, I have like this deep feeling like if something doesn't go right, it probably is leading me down a path that will open up another door for something else.
Good attitude.
Yeah, I like that.
Mhm.
But the
Yeah,
world is also fucked and it's scary.
I know. I feel like I read and I like keep up with everything, but I feel like to a certain extent I kind of bury my head in the sand, because it's also
Yeah.
just like, well, so much of it is outside of what I have an immediate impact on.
Right.
But it's bizarre. It just seems like we're having like a war on morals. It's like, what are I always thought that, growing up, I felt like we all had similar morals, and I thought that like as humans, like we kind of knew like good and bad. And now I feel like those lines are being blurred, and it's like doesn't seem right, So because I can't do anything about it, you just dig your head in the sand, and
I
then
actually think that's better because I hate being aware and having the news on and hearing about catastrophe every day. I would just rather live in my own bubble right now.
But
yeah,
but
I
aren't your
I
bubbles comfortable and beautiful? Like both of you are surrounded, all three of you are surrounded by a lot of friends and like goodness. It's not like your friend groups are clashing and there's drama and there's riots in the street, right? You're good, right? Everything is good where you live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I think honestly too, I think when I say burying my head in the sand, I think also there is just some ignoring of all the excess noise associated with all this stuff. Like I think that there's so many things like that are just distributed by the media that they want it to be read. They will need clicks. Like they'll put some stuff out there that is like purposefully inflammatory, and it's like, why am I even reading this? Like,
Good
Yeah.
what
job.
the
Good
fuck
job.
is this? Like,
Yeah.
this headline was meant to piss me off. Why am I even opening this thing up? I should probably stay away from this.
Yeah,
Totally. Well,
100%.
Riley, one thing that you told me, I told my therapist and she really liked it. She I was telling Riley, I think maybe like after the Charlie Kirk shooting or something that happened that was just high stress and intensity. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm just feeling like the world is all this and whatever. And Riley's like, fucking go outside, bitch. She's like, everyone is so normal outside. Like, get off the internet world and live. Like, go to the store and everyone's normal. Like, ignore that. It's a whole other world. I love
Uh,
that, Riley.
it's so true, Riley.
Yeah.
I
Good
don't, I
job,
don't know if
Brian.
I really said go outside, bitch, but that
You
was an
probably
essence.
did.
I hope you did. That would have
You
been great.
definitely did.
And I
Yeah.
think I think we talked about too, like you become what you ingest. So like if you're just always reading and watching and like getting in like the online drama, like that becomes your world. And like to an extent you have to be informed and you have to be tapped into what's really going on. But I don't know. I feel like at that time, Bridget, you were like spiraling. I'm like, well, when's the last time like you like did you go outside? Did you go on a hike or a walk? I don't know. And you're like, no, I've just been like watching videos all day. I'm like, well, yeah, that's gonna do it.
Because every year on 9/11, oh, I
Still not over it, huh?
I'll never forget. Every year around 9/11, my algorithm is 9 fucking 11. And then at the same time, the Idaho 4 murder thing was like hot and they were in court. There was like all this stuff going on with the Brian Koberger, the murder. Then this girl got stabbed on a subway. And then I told my therapist I need to get offline. Next day, Charlie Kirk murdered. Watch his neck get blasted.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh my God. And I was in crisis and Riley said, get outside now.
yeah. Good advice.
YouTube might censor that. That was extremely graphic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
And
interesting.
you've been talking a lot about like bombs and necks blasting, and you're just gonna
Yeah.
be canceled.
If we can't upload this, dang, I didn't realize that, Bridget. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll have to
I'll be
bleep you.
fine.
Bleep
But
out
Yeah.
but
CK.
clearly you guys have a sense of humor that keeps you just like helps keep you sane, though.
Yeah, it does.
That's what I was wondering about you guys. Like, you guys both just make me laugh, like, just so effortlessly. Like, I just, around both of you in particular, it's just like easy laughing. I don't really have a specific question, but I wanted to pay homage to your humor. And so, could you just, spit a couple sentences on both of your humor? Do other people enjoy it? Do you enjoy it? Does it help you? Like, whatever you want to talk about.
I feel like that Michael Scott quote where he's like, sometimes I'll start a sentence. I don't even know where it's gone. And then I just hope
Totally.
that I find it along the way. That's how I don't know. If I think
Yeah.
about a sentence before I say it, or if I think about what I'm going to go say, I stutter. I fuck it up. So if I just shoot from the hip, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Totally. Totally. But I feel like Mason, ours is the same where it's very natural. Like there's very, very little thought or preparation for anything. It just comes out in the moment.
Yeah. Which is probably, you probably got in trouble for the same shit that I did
Yeah.
growing up, blurting in the class. They'd be like, Mason, stop blurting out. And that would be what my mom would always say too. She'd always get on me because that would be like the one complaint being like, he doesn't raise his hand and he just blurts stuff out. Sometimes it's a joke, sometimes it's something to do with the question, but it's like that was a problem that I had. I still do.
Ooh. You know what? I don't know if I was outwardly funny, Dad. Maybe you can speak on this. In class, I felt like I was more talkative, but not like the class clown in school. With friends,
I don't
funny,
think
but
you
you
ever
might have
were,
been more.
yeah, I don't think you ever did that in class, but boy, you're from early on, you were rolling. with jokes and commentary that was very funny.
Totally. Do you
Off the
remember
wall,
you pooped in my
extreme.
pee?
Yeah.
You what?
You pooped in my pee. You used to always, that was like, that's one of my memories of you as a kid was just constantly, you and Shelby just dying to
Pooped
this
in
and
my
being
pee?
like, you peed in my poop or you pooped in my pee. And it was like,
What?
I don't
I
even
don't
know.
remember that.
oh man, you were really young. You were really young. And you guys would
Um,
just say it and just die and laughing at your own thing.
that's hilarious. Well,
Yeah.
our father, dad forgets that he used to be vulgar and he would fart the biggest fart I've ever heard. And he's like, "Is there a dog in here?" I think like we got that from Brandon Whitney also.
Your mom though too, hilarious. And your mom, like, I feel like your mom and dad have different humor. Um, your mom's humor to me was, you know how some people can just laugh? It's almost like Courtney, like they can just laugh and then you're
Yeah.
laughing and you don't know what you're laughing at. That's kind of what you got from your mom, I feel. And she also, I think, was physically pretty funny. But Brandon, so are you. You've got physical comedy too. But yeah, both your parents, very funny. And Mason, both your parents, very funny, but in
So
different ways.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Brandon was always kind of the funniest of the brothers, you know.
I,
Oh, yeah.
Some of the stories, Brandon, is this a true story at parties you used to do a thing where you just fall down the stairs?
oh
Because
yeah.
if you did, that's fucking hilarious.
What?
Yeah. Well, not at parties necessarily, but in the house, I could have it pretty wired falling down the stairs. Yeah.
Wait, intentionally?
Yeah.
That's why our family has that sickness of
Oh my
like
God,
we
Riley,
can't
yeah.
not laugh when people fall.
I
It's
I
because
used to
you
fall on
instilled it.
purpose just for laughs. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What?
Oh my
Mostly in
God.
my 20s when the when
Dad,
the
That is
when the
It's
baby got
so funny.
yeah. Yeah.
do you remember when you were climbing the pantry to
Oh
try
my
to
God.
get something from the
I
top
almost
shelf and
did the
everything
same
went
thing.
tumbling down? He was on the
I almost
floor.
did the same thing yesterday. I needed to get up to the wine and I'm about to lift a leg on the counter, grab onto the pantry, and I'm 60 fucking 2 years old. And she's like, LaDonna was like, stop. What are you doing? And she brought out I really
yeah.
wasn't going to do it. I was kind of like testing,
Hmm.
like, could I do this? But yeah, I remember that, Bridget, and I just
Did I
fell
see
and you
that?
guys were cracking up as I lay there on the kitchen
There's
floor.
cans all over him. But I also think I wonder if you guys are similar to this, but I resonate with that, Dad, where like I'm not gonna go and get a stool. I'm gonna get in there. I'm not gonna do all that. Let's
I
just get it
know,
done.
but I don't know if you're clumsy like me, but that
Yeah.
you gotta be careful because I hurt myself
You
a
get a
lot.
can to the face.
Wait, Mason, do you have the thing where if someone falls, like it's just unbelievably hilarious?
Um, I think it kind of depends on the situation, but yeah.
Not
Like
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 not old granny.
if I saw Brandon just whoa at the top of a stairwell and just tumble down it, I think I would probably
I'd be worried,
hurt
but
Well,
myself
to be
from
honest, it was
laughing too
about
hard.
yeah.
maybe 8 to 10 steps, maybe. So yeah, and it had to be carpeted, you know.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just an incredible bit. That is a bit that I am proud to say my uncle did.
You,
That's fucking
Mason, you should
hilarious.
start it. You should
Yeah.
start it.
He
Oh
could like
God, I don't know.
seriously hurt
Yeah, you
himself.
really could.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta be a little bit more spry, you know. I'd hurt myself pretty bad.
yeah,
I'm
Riley,
32
Yeah.
now, you know. This is a 20s man's game.
I'll
yeah.
do it
Maybe
Yeah.
then.
Baloo might be at the tail end of his ability to do so. Let's see if he's down.
Let's get him to tumble.
Yeah.
Right. Last thing I'll say is Riley and I realize it's not them falling, it's the noise that comes from it. Like the explosion.
And like if they have like oh, or if they have any like sound that they make, and then like the sounds of their shoes on the floor, like their body hitting the floor, like everything is just like it really comes down to the sound a lot of the
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Like
Oh man.
Riley,
Well,
the
and
video of the old lady falling down the water and the family screaming. Remember?
yes, it's also the person's response. I remember laughing with Elisa so hard, her friend Bill, Kathleen's husband, I think, or boyfriend. He
I
would
was
trip,
gonna say this story. Yes.
he would trip on purpose around college. Just trip on purpose walking from class to class. But it's so funny when you see somebody trip and then they look back at what they tripped on. Is the response of the
Yes.
person that actually falls or trips is awesome.
My mom's friend at SCSC, there'd be like like, 40 stairs, like some dramatic staircase where like in the quad with people everywhere. And he would get like stacks of like 20 books and he had glasses on and he would
Oh,
carry 20 books and then he would tumble down the
oh my
stairs
God.
and throw books everywhere. And they would just do these like, I don't know, social experiments. And my mom still laughs about that to this day. It's so
That is
good.
so fun.
This is a more common bit than I
Inspiring.
thought. This is
Yeah, no,
or
this is
it's
not
a
just me. This is Chevy Chase, Saturday Night Live used to fall all the time.
God.
Ugh. It's
Um,
just innate in our
it
human
is.
nature.
It's very
I
funny
feel
stuff.
like Brandon, we had more questions, but this is a good place
Yeah.
to pause. I feel like our last questions
Okay.
were gonna bring us back down.
Okay,
I want
no,
to stay
the
up.
last question was going to just tear us to the bottom again. Yeah,
Pretty
Oh
much.
yeah,
no.
yeah. We won't do that.
Wait, let me answer the question really quick. The first one about the humor. I feel like humor is a huge part of my world, and I feel like it's most, I don't know. I feel like it feels like Bridget, like when people think of that. And so I love that. And I always want to be perceived as that. And if I am around people that don't get my humor, I'm like, something's wrong with you. And it's not like there's something wrong with them, but like they're not my people. So like it helps me kind of decide who's right in my life,
It's your filter.
where if they get it or if they don't.
Yeah.
Are you happy? I feel like I'm happiest if I'm amongst people that I can joke with, like essentially
Yes.
the whole time that I'm with them. Are you
Yes.
happiest with that too?
Yes. Also to have good conversation, I want to combo. I don't want to only joke. But if I can't have that humor with them, it's gives me a red flag. Do you feel that way?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like if I get back together with my high school friends, like I'm just like immediately like, just fills my cup up because
Oh.
all we all have like lifelong bits that we've been doing and just been, you know, that kind of stuff is super important. So humor,
Totally.
yeah.
Love us.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you
Just
guys are great.
laughing. It's the best. It's the best. Who doesn't want to laugh? It's like, oh, it's the
Live.
best. But some people can't make people laugh, and so they depend on, people like you guys to bring the energy, but they need to be open to the humor and like keep
Open.
it rolling. Yeah.
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 Open. Should
Yeah.
I read my email, Riley?
That will for sure get us kicked off YouTube, but we could stop
Oh,
recording. You could read it. Yeah.
Okay.
um,
Yeah. Mason
okay.
might like that.
Yes.
Okay. So, any final comments, guests, before I stop the recording and then we're going to listen to some letter. I'm not sure what that letter's about.
Oh, my email.
Oh,
My
your email.
final thought is I actually feel like something changed in the last 2 weeks. Like, and Riley had named it my Saturn return. Something is going on. I don't know what, but everything is aligning. And I'm not trying to be a fucking hippie, but I'm like, everything is like, is making sense and coming together. And I feel very aligned and comfortable as a human who I am. And I felt like there was always parts that I was like, but like through therapy and working and figuring out life, I'm like, fuck yes.
Isn't that
So,
Nice.
strange? I would say the last 2 weeks, Bridget, something clicked for me too. And I was talking to Riley about it earlier, and you and I have been talking a lot about it, just through some shit we've been talking about. But
I
anyway, that's
love it.
very, very cool. What about you, Mace?
I love that.
Yeah, this has been a good year. By the way, I
Pretty.
got a we just we got a house. Oh
What?
yeah,
Do we know this?
within the past 2 weeks. What the hell, you know?
Are you in it right
It's
now?
been a good 2 weeks.
Makes
No, we don't
Congratulations.
move in until December 8th.
That's beautiful.
Oh
in
my
Congratulations.
bed.
gosh.
I know. I know. We're stoked. Yeah.
That's great.
In bed, Mason?
In Bend. Yeah, in like a neighborhood that we are stoked to live in, which we
Oh,
were thinking
Oh,
wasn't going to be that
congratulations.
way.
Congratulations.
I
Congratulations.
love that. That's
Yeah.
major. Wow. Send us pictures. Put pictures in like the little album and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
But
love
yeah,
that.
That's so
I've had a good year. I would go as far as to
Well, I
say,
think you've had how
not
many,
just the past two
how old
weeks.
are you? You've had 32 good
I'm
years.
32.
You've had
Um,
32 good years, you've already stated.
yeah.
So another one in a row.
Yeah. I shouldn't say I've had a good year. I've had like a lot of I've actually two of my best friends' dads died this year,
Ooh.
which has been
Mm.
crazy, like unexpectedly.
Mm.
A friend of mine died in the spring, but then it's like, that all sucked, but then it was like it's also been super good. Like we had Miller. It's been the
Oh yeah,
best year
that's
because of
awesome.
that. We're getting a house. I
That's
won a golf tournament, which
oh
was
dang,
nuts.
that's
Never done
fantastic.
that before.
Good
So
job.
it's some
Congratulations.
good and some bad.
Well,
Wow, that's a lot of death for your young life. That's
yeah,
intense for your
that's
friends and
heavy.
your friends who
I
pass.
know
That's a lot.
it's been crazy, dude. It just seems like, and maybe it's like once you get to this age, like your friends' parents start to kind of get around there, where like people start to pass away, like the parents'
Mhm.
generation, and it just sucks.
You're like, oh, I never thought that this would happen. Like that's how I feel at least. I'm like, what? Like we're
Yeah, I
here?
know.
This is happening?
I
I
know.
know.
And in the back of my head, like both of the dads that passed away are like still alive. Like I just still don't have like closure on it, so it's like super weird. And like if you think about it,
Mm,
Yeah,
sad.
bummer.
Yeah.
wow.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for bringing us down for the end there.
Well, I
I'm
figured, just
impressed.
we were talking about that dip, right? And if you weren't going to
There
give
we
it,
go.
sure, I'll give it.
The ball dropped.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
ball drop. This was so fun. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for hopping on with us. And we'll have this forever and the family can always like your kids can watch this and look at you when you're in your 30s and 20s. Like it's really cool. So thanks for making time.
Thanks
Yep.
for
Sure,
making it
doing all
happen.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop the recording, but stay online and love you guys. Thank you very much.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye.